Yes, we are once again talking about Quentin Tarantino and some controversial comments he made. Or as I like to call it, he's right. Like, literally nothing he said is in fact wrong, so if you were expecting me to call out Quentin Tarantino like I did in my last video, where he was wrong, that's not going to happen here. I'm going to talk about what he said and why I believe he's actually correct, because if you have eyes, you're going to be able to see it for yourself. It wasn't too long ago that Jennifer Aniston stated that there's no such thing as a big movie star anymore, and that it's the characters they play that are in fact the star. She was referencing the entire entertainment industry from Marvel to DC. So in a brand new interview, we heard from Quentin Tarantino, who talks about how Marvel has overtaken the industry, and he's made it very clear he's not a fan of Marvel films, DC films, or comic book films in general. And one thing he says has upset a lot of people. A lot of you message me saying I need to respond to this. I need to defend Chris Evans and Marvel and DC because he's going after the industry. And I think that's honestly a stupid way to look at it and a knee-jerk reaction, because what he said is right. And what he said is that Chris Evans is not the star. Captain America is the star. Thor is the star. And these actors are playing the character. The character is the star, and it doesn't matter who plays them, because ultimately the character will continue to be the star long after that star retires, and they'll just continue to move on. And he did say he's not personally just attacking Chris Evans. He's talking about all of Hollywood, Marvel, DC, everything. You now make the character famous. The character is famous, not the actor. And honestly, if you guys listen to our podcast, I've talked about this so many times. We as a group have. And that's just the truth. Back in the day, you go, oh, we need whoever, right, to play whoever. Get George Clooney. George Clooney sells. Okay? That was the thought back then. Brad Pitt sells. Angelina Jolie sells. So you could just put them into whatever role and you guarantee that they would sell that character, because it was all about the star. Now we flip that. And the proof is literally right in front of you guys. Quentin Tarantino is correct. And you know how I know this? Because if Chris Evans wasn't Captain America, if it ended up going to John Krasinski, or if it ended up going to Sam Worthington, who was also in the running at one point, you wouldn't be talking about Chris Evans today. You'd be talking about those actors. And you'd be talking about them as Captain America, and Quentin Tarantino saying the same thing about them. Look at Spider-Man. I want you to carefully look at Spider-Man. Did Spider-Man make Tobey Maguire, or did Tobey Maguire make Spider-Man? I know what you're going to say if you're a diehard Raimi fan, but let's be real. Spider-Man would have been successful without Tobey Maguire. And I know that because Spider-Man is successful and was before Tobey Maguire. Nothing Quentin Tarantino said is wrong. If you want a prime example of this, let's look at Chris Hemsworth. How many roles has he taken outside of Marvel Studios where he's not playing Thor? And how successful are they? There you go. Did he sell the Men in Black fourth? Was that the fifth movie? I can't remember. It was so bad. No, he didn't. Jason Momoa moves the needle as Aquaman, but otherwise, people don't go see his things. Again, look, you can sit here and hate Quentin Tarantino all you want. You don't have to agree with him. Maybe you just outright hate him. Maybe you do agree with him. But I understand where he's coming from. And it's true. These actors are not the stars that actors back in the day used to be. They are playing characters who are the stars. 20, 30 years from now, we're going to have had 2 to 3 different Steve Rogers when the inevitable reboot happens. And again, Captain America will sell Captain America, and whoever's playing him will play the part. But Chris Evans will be long forgotten as Captain America. It's just how it goes. That's literally where we're at now.